Hello students, welcome to Illumination classes. Today we are going to discuss a new topic called Color Rendering Index. In competitive exams, the term CRI or Color Rendering Index have a vital role. So many questions are asked from this area. Apart from junior engineering exam, the other state PSC and PSUs and also in DMRC exams, so many questions have been asked from this area. So today we are going to discuss more about this color rendering index. Shall we start? First of all, we can start with the definition itself. Because in so many exams they are asking the definition. The color rendering index, it is the measure of how well a lamp illuminates a color. It is an index for a lamp. It is an index of a lamp and it denotes how well a lamp can illuminate a color. And also it represents the quality of a light a lamp emits. Please underline these words, okay? How well a lamp illuminates a color, then the quality of light a lamp emits, because these words itself they ask in competitive exams. So we have already mentioned that it is an index of a lamp and it denotes how well a lamp illuminates a color. That is, a lamp with high CRI value will illuminate a color better than a lamp with a low CRI value. You got that, right? That is what mentioned here. A low CRI indicates some colors may appear unnatural when illuminated by that lamp. Let's take an example. Suppose we have a table here. There are some fruits kept here like green apple, okay, green apple, then orange, then mango, okay. I said this because these items are green in color, then orange color, then yellow, okay. These three fruits are kept over this table. Suppose we place a lamp here, then switch on the lamp, then we can see the things here, right? Suppose if you take a lamp with low CRI value, suppose the CRI value may be 0, okay? Then the point is that we cannot identify the real color of these objects, okay? Suppose if we take a lamp with 0 CRI value, a CRI of value 0, we cannot identify the real colors, okay? Suppose if you take a lamp with a CRI value 100, what will happen? We can identify the real color of these objects, okay? So you got some idea about the CRI value. A lamp with high CRI value will illuminate the real colors of an object, right? That's the point. Now we can check which lamp have a highest CRI value. This is one of the repeatedly asking questions in PSUs and other state PSCs and also in junior engineer, okay. A lamp with high CRI value is incandescent lamp, okay. Incandescent lamp is the lamp with higher CRI value. Its value is nearly 100, okay. This is one of the questions repeatedly asking in competitive exams. Then this is because the frequency spectrum of an incandescent lamp is continuous, okay. We have already discussed about the frequency spectrum, the wavelength spectrum of different lamps. So the higher CRI value of incandescent lamp is due to its continuous spectrum. Then the next point is the lamp with least CRI value. The lamp with least CRI value is sodium vapor lamp, okay. Sodium vapor lamp is the lamp with least CRI value. Its value is nearly 0. This is also a repeatedly asking question. The lamp with 0 CRI value is, then you will provided by an options of incandescent lamp, sodium vapor lamp, fluorescent lamp, etc. The answer is sodium vapor lamp. The another question is the lamp with nearly monochromatic light is. The lamp with nearly monochromatic light is. That is also sodium vapor lamp. The reason for this lowest CRI value is the monochromaticity, okay. the frequency spectrum, the wavelength spectrum of sodium vapor lamp is monochromatic. That is why the CRI value of sodium vapor lamp is 0. Okay. Let's see its frequency spectrum. See here, this is the frequency spectrum or the wavelength spectrum of an incandescent lamp. See, the wavelength spectrum of an incandescent lamp is continuous. Okay, continuous. How? Because its spectrum is continuously distributed over the wavelength. All the colors are distributed over the frequency spectrum of this incandescent lamp. Now look at the frequency spectrum of sodium vapor lamp. Can you witness the different colors here? No. There is only one color present here, that is yellow. The other colors are absent here. That is why a sodium vapor lamp can't illuminate other colors. Okay? That is, the frequency spectrum of sodium vapor lamp is monochromatic. Monochromatic. Only one type of frequency is present in the frequency spectrum of sodium vapor lamp. Compare it with the incandescent lamp frequency spectrum. All the colors are present here, right? All the colors are present here. So that is the reason behind this monochromaticity of sodium vapor lamp. So mark these points. This is the definition of CRI. This is one question. Okay, important. Then mark this word. Okay, quality. Then the lamp with higher CRI value, that is incandescent lamp. Okay, then its value is also asked. It is nearly 100. Then the lamp with least CRI value is sodium vapor lamp. Okay, important. Then its value is nearly 0. Then the other question is the lamp with nearly monochromatic light is, that is also sodium vapor lamp. Okay. Then what do you mean by the CRI value of 100? When you illuminate a place using an incandescent lamp, you will get the real color of the objects. Okay. That is, a green object will appear as green, a red object will appear as red, a blue object will appear as blue, likewise a white object will appear as white. That is, the natural color will be illuminated by this incandescent lamp. So we can identify the real color of that object using incandescent lamp, which is not possible using a sodium vapor lamp. I will show you a picture of that. See, this is a picture where we use a sodium vapor lamp. Normally sodium vapor lamps are used in street lights. Okay, street lights. That is also a previous question. The main application of sodium vapor lamp is, it is used in street light applications. Okay. So when we illuminate a street using sodium vapor lamp, the objects here will appear in yellow color or in black color only. That is, take an example. A red color object, a red color car is parked here. So when we see this car under the influence of a sodium vapor lamp, we cannot identify its real color. It appears as a shade of yellow or black only. Okay. Just imagine, if you park a green vehicle here, can we identify its color? No. It will appear as a shade of yellow or black only. It may appear as black color. Okay. Then this is an example of mercury vapor lamp. In foreign countries, they use mercury vapor lamp in street lighting. Remember, the CRI value of mercury lamp is also low. It is nearly 60. Okay, it is nearly 60. So we cannot identify the real color efficiently, but somehow we can identify. Okay, the CRI value is 60, nearly 60. Please note that. Okay. Then in our examination, we have another question regarding mercury vapor lamp, that is, the main application of mercury vapor lamp is, it is in railway yards. Okay, railway yards. Please note that also. Okay. So far we have discussed about CRI value, and we have seen that the CRI value of incandescent lamp is 100 and CRI value of sodium vapor lamp is 0. We can see some other values also. Won't be asked in examination, but you have to know that. Okay. So I write here sodium vapor lamp. What is the CRI value? Okay, 0. Okay, nearly 0. Then mercury vapor lamp. These are the near values. Okay, it is nearly 60. Then incandescent lamp. Its value is 100 because an incandescent lamp can illuminate the real color of an object. Okay, so its value is 100. Then halogen lamp. We have already discussed about the halogen lamps. It is a type of incandescent lamp filled with inert gases, right? Halogen gases. Its value is also nearly 100. Okay. Then we have LEDs. For LEDs, the CRI value is nearly 90 to 100. Okay, not 100. It is above 90. Okay. Most of the time they ask 90. Then we have fluorescent lamp. That is tube light, right? The CRI value of tube light is 70 to 90. Okay. Please have an idea of CRI value. That is why I have written here. You may confuse it with power factor, luminous efficiency, etc. So you need a clear-cut idea about this. That is why I have shown these pictures for you. Okay. So we can conclude this portion here. We can learn another section in the next video. So see you then. Thank you.